I am no bird, and no net ensnares me. I am a free human being with an independent will. A penniless governess said this to the richest man she'd ever love, while every part of her wanted to stay. This is the moment she chose herself, without losing him.
Jane Eyre has no money, no family, no status. She's a governess, paid to be invisible in rooms far grander than anything she'll ever own. And yet, Mr. Rochester, the master of the house, wealthy and magnetic and used to getting his way, falls for her. Not despite her plainness and poverty, but because she refuses to perform for him. She argues with him. She tells him the truth when flattery would have been easier. He proposes. She says yes, because for the first time in her life, someone sees her as an equal, not a servant. But on their wedding day, a secret unravels everything. Rochester is already married to a woman locked away, hidden for years. He begs Jane to stay anyway, to become his mistress in secret, to let love override the truth. He has money, he has charm, he has every advantage a man can have over a woman with nothing. And he uses all of it, pleading, justifying, even weeping, to keep her.
Jane loves him. She says so, plainly, without performing strength she doesn't feel. But she also knows if she stays on his terms, she stops being a person and becomes property of his feelings. So she says the line that ends the argument before it finishes. I am no bird, and no net ensnares me. I am a free human being with an independent will. And she leaves, not because she stopped loving him, but because she refused to love him at the cost of herself.
Here's what makes this line different from a heartbreak line. It isn't goodbye. It's not resignation. Jane doesn't say this to wound Rochester. She says it to correct the terms of the relationship. She's not rejecting love. She's rejecting love without equality. That's the boldness in it. A woman with no social power, no money, no family to back her, refusing the one person who could have given her all three, because none of it was worth what she'd have to give up to take it. Brontë wrote this in 1847, when a woman saying, "I am a free human being with an independent will," to a wealthy man was almost unthinkable on the page. The line still lands today because the math hasn't changed. Real love doesn't ask you to disappear to keep it.
And here's the part most people forget about this story. She doesn't end up alone. Years later, circumstances change. Rochester is free, humbled, no longer the man with all the power in the room. And Jane returns to him not as someone who needs him, but as someone choosing him. The relationship only becomes real once it becomes equal. She had nothing when she said it. She had everything when she meant it. If you've ever had to choose yourself before you could choose someone else, tell me in the comments.